no shame.
Is it good, Carter?
You tell me, is it?
Yeah,
Do you
it
want
is.
to test?
Okay, cool.
Show no shame. Welcome to the 12th episode of Show No Shame. I'm joined tonight by my co-hosts and fellow cohorts, JKen.
What up?
Cardi, Bodacious.
Hey.
And we have a guest in the building, Mark Cruz, the jeweler.
What's good?
Man, Grillz extraordinaire, LA based. What's going on, Mark? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just got out of fucking work, bro. Like,
Yeah.
came straight here. Actually, no, I went to Ferrari, got some drinks before this.
Nice.
Nice.
Getting
That's
loose.
why I've been pissing a lot, dude. Like,
Yeah. I thought you were just nervous.
No, dude, it's not even about that. I'm good, but
No, yeah, dude. It's great to have you on, dude. Essentially, it was like you were the connect through our friend, Taylor Robinson that we had on the podcast, in previous episode. He's in the building too tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So
What was that, episode 9?
that was episode 9.
Yeah, if you haven't heard it, go listen, guys. It was a
And-
great one.
Yeah, and essentially, we like when we heard that everything was down to link and get on the podcast. We were so stoked because it's just more variety, more diversity, having different eclectic tastes of backgrounds and professions. And essentially, it's like we usually start off every episode just sort of like getting to know you and your background and like what you're about and how you got to this point, essentially, in your career path.
yeah.
Tell us your life story.
All right. So, I mean, okay, so it's funny because I was looking at all these drawings and shit because when I was a kid, I used to draw. I used to draw. I still do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an artist too. That's the reason why. Like, I'm a creative type too.
Real quick, were you really good at drawing teeth?
Oh my god!
Yeah, that's
you know what? Actually, yeah, maybe. I would say I was good at drawing teeth. I was pretty good at
That was
drawing.
that was the start. That was the
Yeah,
start.
dude. Yeah, like I used to like make shirts and shit actually to make to fucking pay for shit. I didn't have a job or anything like that in college, so I was silk screening and shit like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so that was kind of chill.
Word.
And then when I was going to CSUN, where fucking our alma mater, that's what they call it, right?
CSUN?
CSUN.
What's the mascot over there?
life.
Matadors.
Matadors.
Dude,
We're one of those.
Matadors,
We're one of
bro.
those few schools that don't have an animal as a mascot. I think it's us, the Trojans, and like
Wasn't it? No,
Maybe one
fucking
other.
Irvine has like the poets or some shit. Like, who the fuck was the poets? Oh no, it was Whittier.
super lame.
Dude, the poets?
The
That's kind of
poets.
sick. I mean, that throws me back to like Dead Poets Society. If it was Dead Poets Society, that'd be sick.
No, it was just straight up the poets. Imagine like the Matador, but instead of holding like a fucking red flag, it was holding a book. It was kind of weak.
Yeah.
I
that
may
sounds
read,
weird.
but I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, right.
No, word.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was funny. Like when I was gonna go to school, my parents were like, "Yo, if you go to school for engineering, we'll pay for your shit." I
Oh,
wanted
sick.
to go in for art. Like I wanted to go in for graphic design. If I did, I would have met this dude probably.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
We were at
For
school
sure.
at the same time.
That's such a trip.
Yeah.
And
that's fucking crazy.
I never ran into you. It's or maybe
We
we
gotta
did.
remember,
We
like,
probably
CSUN has
did.
thousands of students.
Students, yeah,
so
that's
it's,
fair.
it's already pretty hard enough
It's
to
a
run into
community.
someone.
This is
Yeah.
probably one day where I was tripping on acid walking down the fucking library, and you probably walk by as like a fucking, a dragon or some shit. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, so they were telling me that, we'll pay for your shit if you go for engineering. If you go for art, you're on your own. You can go fuck yourself. So I was like,
Damn,
Oh,
that's
bold.
wild. That's
Bold.
wild.
yeah. So at that point, I was like, all right, I don't have any money. I'll go for engineering. You guys can pay for it. I can do whatever art shit on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got your degree in engineering?
Yeah, I did get my degree in engineering. So, I mean, I started like, yeah.
That is fucking no easy feat.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking tough, man. But it was just something that you kind of gotta have just to fall back on and shit. So I was like, all right,
For
Oh,
sure.
of course.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
because I mean, like, just in case my art never took me anywhere, like I'd be like, okay, well, fuck it, then I'll just work some 9 to 5 somewhere or some shit.
Right.
Gotta do something.
I wish I was smart and sensible like that.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, but you're still killing it, dude.
I just put everything on the line.
yeah, fuck it, dude. That's how you make it, though. I just didn't have
Everything
the
on
balls to
double
do it.
green.
Yeah, dude, everything on 00.
0 green.
And then it hits 00, you're fucking good, bro.
You lit. No, I mean, and then so you go to school, engineering, not necessarily the career path, or what you had designed for yourself. So then moving
Not at all.
forward. So did you get into say jewelry at first and then while in school and then that sort of like furthered everything, or is that something that's more newfound?
No, that's way newfound.
Word.
It probably only came up like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Trip. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah, I've never been interested in jewelry up until like 3 years ago.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Especially like just judging off of like your clientele that I've seen and like the work quality you put out. I thought like this is just something you've been doing your whole life.
forever. Yeah, a lot of people assume like my parents were jewelers or some shit. They're like, "Oh, were you in the family business or something like that?" And I'm like, "Nope." Like my dad was a fisherman. My mom's
Right.
like their lineage, like all the family was fishermen. My dad was a contractor. My mom was a architect.
Oh,
Cool.
okay. Cool.
They were both fighting for me. Like he was fighting for me to be a civil engineer. She was fighting for me to be an architect.
Architectural, yeah.
And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be mechanical. So it's kind of like in
Sick.
between. So it was chill. Yeah. So I did that, and then right out of school, I kind of just went into it just because I wasn't really like making money off of like my art at that point. I was just drawing shit. I got tons of paintings and all that shit, but it's all still in my studio just because I never sold any of it.
Right.
Right.
You
I
so
know
was
how
like-
that goes.
it fucking blows, but I mean, it's cool. It helped. Like, it was something that I loved, and I still do it to this day. Like, it's not like I hate it. Like, I do it because I fucking like it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a
I just,
passion.
but obviously, like, the thing is, dudes gotta eat. So that's the whole reason. That's the only reason why I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm not gonna pursue it just because of
And
the
you pay
fact
bills.
that I'm fucking hungry. And,
Yeah.
I need to get around and shit. You know what I mean? So I was like, so that's the whole reason why I went into engineering for like the first 5 years, maybe out of college.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was just straight up doing that. I kind of fell off on the art for a little bit just because of the fact that was gonna take up a lot of my time. But
When you're busy, it's hard to find that time.
bro, yeah, tell me about
Yeah.
it. Like, I was trying on, like, on the side, I was still trying like really hard. I was like, I'd try to run like I ran a clothing line for a bit, like back in like 2008 or 9 or something.
That sounds like the Karma Loop days.
Yeah, it was a Karma Loop.
The
So it's
Karma
funny.
Loop.
I was actually petitioning to get on Karma Loop.
Jack
Oh, word.
breads,
Okay.
Yeah. And they denied me. So that's another reason why I wanted to.
That's all right.
kept going to school.
Bastards.
I was like, fuck these guys.
They went under and then Dame Dash bought them and shit. And
Yeah.
It's like they're just lingering there. So you chose the right lane. So it's all right.
Actually, no. Well, so here's the thing. I didn't fully get out of it because at that time, I mean, so one thing that I realized was that if I can't make it in like, in a bigger picture kind of thing where like people are gonna be buying my shit online, people be buying my shit on stores. Like I could at least like hit up like the skate shops that I go to,
Yeah.
or like
Mhm.
the little clothing shops that I go to. Like I would hit them up and then see if they were down to sell my stuff. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with, you live in Glendale, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard? I mean, when did you move to Glendale?
Newly so, like almost
Newly.
a year though.
Oh, just
Like,
a year.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm very new to Burbank and Glendale, bro.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. I used to go there just for IKEA.
I know that's the only reason I would ever go out
That's
there.
no
dude.
that's no
That's
shade.
the only reason why anybody goes to Burbank.
Yeah,
bro. Trust
yeah.
me.
Dude, it might as well be called IKEA City. That shit is like looms over all of Burbank. Like
Exactly.
IKEA City.
going the
I love
5, that shit is like
Facts.
overshadowing everything.
I mean, there's only two reasons why people go to Burbank now is just to go to IKEA and
rehab.
or rehab.
Or rehab.
Three reasons. There's IKEA and then there's rehab, and then they
Right.
come to me to get Grillz. That's the only reason why.
Hey.
You
That's
know
what's
what I mean?
up.
Yeah.
No, but so yeah, back then there was like a store there called Backside. There's a skate shop in LA called Maintain. I was selling my clothes through there.
Oh, cool.
But that wasn't doing too well. So what I did was I used to go to Long Beach actually. Excuse me. Before I went to CSUN, I went to Long Beach for a year. So I was talking.
homies go to Long Beach, didn't we?
Mhm.
Wow, it's a
Dakota.
great campus.
Long Beach is the shit, dude. If I could, oh man,
It's wavy down there.
I feel like just that area, that vibe.
dude, it's such a chill vibe
It's
compared
such
to
a chill
CSUN.
vibe. I know.
CSUN
The
and the
Valley.
Valley.
The Valley.
Oh,
Well, there's
the
such a
Valley.
bad stigma with the Valley, I
Yeah.
feel like. I mean, I personally love CSUN. I thought it was dope.
Yeah, but you hate the Valley.
Yeah, so
You
if
like
I was- if
CSUN,
I
but
was
you hate the Valley.
What did you- okay,
hey,
what
let's
did
go
you-
out to the Valley. They'd be like, are you tripping?
Yeah.
What did you love about CSUN though?
I mean, the one thing I loved about CSUN was, I mean, maybe it was just for me, like the psychology department. Everyone was like super chill. I ended up like making this whole crowd of homies, and they were like, it was fucking sick.
It's a community. I think
Yeah.
the community out there in CSUN, because it's literally like
It's a commuter
small,
school though.
like-
Everyone literally comes
It
to
is.
school.
It is
and-
definitely a community.
Oh, dude, I was
Yeah,
commuting
yeah.
from the Palisades.
Peace out.
So
That's
like, you
wild,
know, it's
sorry.
a long
Sorry.
drive, dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, I
That's
racked
fucking
up miles.
wild, dude.
6 years.
Dude, the fact that
Yeah.
you did that for 6 years is
Driving
so
that
crazy.
far
No.
and you're not even getting paid to do it.
I know.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck
I
all
was,
that,
I was,
dude.
fuck- I was like commuting
Loser.
for like 2 years, and I was bitching to JKen about. I was like, dude, this commute fucking sucks. He's like, dog, 6 years, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you can't even. Thank God I owned my car because my lease just would not cover that kind of
Right.
miles.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Don't even remind me about that. Right now, my job's pretty horrible.
Yo, you got the CSUN lease? Yo.
The CSUN, yeah, like limited leases just for like.
Oh,
Valley
sorry, bro.
Lokes.
Here we're gonna
Yeah.
give you like 30,000 miles.
Yeah. Oh, but he's going to CSUN? Okay, yeah, no, he gets that
Oh, write 'em
extended
off.
mileage.
Or write them off.
Yeah.
Well, so, and then the fact that you set up shop on the Glendale side of town is interesting to me because I feel like the main sort of market, I guess you're close to downtown. So you have the Diamond District and Jewelry District there,
Somewhat, yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But then there's also, as far as grill making, in my own experience, is just like sauce and swap meat.
Yeah.
And, you know, at pretty much there is my full extent of the knowledge because there's like 15 jewelers in there. But
Yeah.
it's dope that there's something on your side of town, our side of town, I suppose,
Yeah.
that has that access. That's
Exactly.
like really sick, man.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of like part of the reason why I chose that spot. Well, main reason was because the rent's cheap as fuck. It's, like, yeah, it's super.
I was
fucking
waiting
cheap.
for it.
Yeah, because I mean, like my spot, honestly. Okay, so it's like a big ass warehouse. There's a bunch of old people in there just painting, just sitting around doing nothing. I'm the only one that's actually like there, like kind of making money, I guess.
Right.
Because everybody else there is just everyone's just like sitting. Everyone there's old, and they just need a space to paint or knit. It's fucking weird, dude.
They either paint or they knit.
Yeah, I swear. So this okay.
Those
So
are
here's
like
the thing.
wild media.
Yeah,
No, it's
so
so funny.
different.
Dude, it's super fucking wild. It's so I feel like they really every time they see me, I feel like they fucking hate me.
Judging those,
You're making money.
Yeah,
you feel those
Exactly.
eyes judging you. Like,
Dude.
He comes in just blasting his hippity hop and it's fucked up and it's so loud and obnoxious.
So, dude, okay. So here's the thing, though.
is it very up?
That's
I can't believe you just said hippity
honestly, you're not far from the truth. Shame. You are not far from the truth, dude. It's like so here's the thing. There's this lady. The reason why I found out she was knitting was because she needed help she was trying to put up these little Christmas lights up in her studio, and she saw me. She was like, "Oh, you're tall. You can help me out real quick." I was like, "All right, whatever." And I got you. So I was putting up her shit, and then I noticed that in her studio was literally just a fucking lazy boy and her
Damn.
fucking knitting cart.
She knows comfort.
Bro, she's chilling.
She's selling like all those custom knit like
Yeah,
blankets and shit. Jesus.
Yo, Mark. Hey, Mark, I knitted a portrait of you. You want to see it?
Yeah,
Here, you're
right?
a piece of shit.
That's
It
a
says
trip,
"Go
man.
home" on it. You know.
Yeah,
Or it's like a big ass quilt that's just a big old
Fuck you. Yeah. Thanks. I feel so welcome. Like,
Dude, exactly. Because that's the thing, though. I always feel really weird, especially when So I've had people come in from like Atlanta, like all over the place, like, especially.
Yeah.
So the only reason why I say Atlanta is because that was the one couple that came in that really made me look super bad in front of all the people that I stay in the studio with, because they're coming in like fucking like, so it's just I don't want to say it, but a black couple. They were like saying and this and that. They're just
Right.
throwing it all around.
Mm-hmm.
You have all these older white people like that are in my studio, and
shame.
I could feel them. I could feel like I couldn't see them. I couldn't see them, but I could feel them like, you know, nervous. Like, who are you?
The power of Christ compels you.
Exactly. They're probably like thinking like, who are you bringing into our studio? Like they're talking about like robbing people.
Do
Like
they
how
have
used to rob
guns?
people.
That's some fucked up shit.
No, obviously because they flew here on the plane, they couldn't bring a gun. But like,
I'm just saying what they thought.
oh, they
But see-
probably thought.
Well,
for
they were
sure.
probably fucking tripping. I mean, usually people don't, go into like any kind of establishment and hear people just like, oh, dog, yeah, I remember back in the day when I was robbing this motherfucker.
That's the thing. See,
That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
That's the
Go
thing.
ahead.
So they were like telling me they're like you're not scared of like people robbing you or anything like that. I'm like, no. They're like, dude, if you were back in my spot, me and my homies would have robbed you like quick. I'm like,
Thanks.
I know. Exactly. I was like, I'm about to mold you and I'm about to give you some grills, and
you're
now
like-
I'm afraid that you're not gonna pay me because you're probably just gonna rob me. Like, I don't really think that's a good look.
I mean, and to be fair, like the materials, the silver, the gold, that's definitely worth more than knitting stuff.
no, definitely.
So they're
who
definitely
the
gonna
fuck
rob you
knits
first.
anymore?
Definitely, of course. So that's the reason why I don't leave any of my shit in the studio. I
Yeah.
bring it all home.
Oh, that's
I bring
smart.
all of my
That's
stuff home.
smart.
I
That
don't
low
bring
key would
anything.
be some fly ass shit if you like made some like all gold knitting needles for that
Oh.
baller ass Betty just sitting there.
Dude.
If they're solid, that if you know,
You think she'd like me then?
She might at that
You
point.
think she might knit me something?
Yeah.
Quote will be like,
That's
fuck
what's
you a little bit.
a little bit.
You're cool though. Thanks for the little sticks.
It'd be like
I don't know
Gran-
what you call them.
It'd be like some foul shit like Gran Turismo with Clint Eastwood where he'd be like sort of racist, but he's kind of endearing and he kind of likes you. So it's like
First of all, Gran Turismo was a game. You're thinking of Gran Torino.
Gran Torino.
Gran
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
Gran
no.
Turismo. I'm pretty sure that's like throwback
And now
PlayStation 2.
I don't know if you're saying that because
96.
Mark's Asian. and
I
now
just
you're
saw that.
I
correlating
wasn't. I thought about that
Okay.
though. I wasn't.
Okay.
That wasn't the intention.
I just saw that movie too. I actually love that movie.
It was great.
It was a
Oh,
great
it's
movie.
dope.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
a really good
classic.
movie.
I love
So
how racist he was towards the
Phil-
birthday.
And
Phil-
there was a
Phil-
lot of racist.
he wasn't
things
racist. He
happening.
was just very open in a racist
He was
manner.
straight up racist.
in a racist manner.
We can go that way.
That's pretty great.
So how did you get into the grill game? Because like obviously you've got a following enough where people are flying out to you to get this shit done. So like what
What's that?
happened?
Oh, yeah,
what
I'm gonna
happened
do this.
with the like job in mechanical engineering to like here? Like, you know, where's that in between?
So, okay, so this is how it all started pretty much. It happened like I was telling Tay actually earlier. I used to work for the Getty family. Obviously the museum's like down the street from here.
We see it. We see it from Carter's
you
balcony.
You can see. You can look down on it from
I
here.
see it.
Yeah.
You can look down on it from
I
here.
know their images.
I know their images.
We actually know one of the well, I'm not going to say her name, but we actually have met
Yeah.
one of the daughters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shouts,
nice.
shouts out
Yeah.
to you, anonymous lady.
Yeah.
That's that.
I wasn't around for that.
You were.
I'm pretty sure you
I
was.
was?
It's probably a really blurry night.
Damn, now I feel bad. Like they didn't make a good impression on me because I don't
Well,
remember
this
them.
is like,
Oh,
like
good.
8 years ago.
I known y'all
At
for
least.
8 years ago. I remember y'all. Just saying.
I known y'all for 8 years ago.
So yeah,
Working for the Getty.
yeah,
Yeah.
I used to work for them. And then so the one that I was working for, he's a DJ at a club. What's it called? Can I say the name of the club?
Yeah.
Shout 'em
So
out.
he was DJing at Bootsy Bellows.
Oh, word.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Nice,
been
good
there.
spot. Yeah.
I always, you know Mike Otri?
Yeah.
I always see that guy there, dude. It's so funny.
It's a good spot.
I've seen him there. Well, I say always because I've only been there twice and I've seen him both times.
Shouts out to you both times,
Yeah.
Mike.
LA locals, if you haven't been, go check it out.
It's pretty sick.
Bootsy
Pretty dope.
Bellows.
You can't miss it. It's like the first spot you hit
Yeah,
as
it's
you enter
really
Hollywood.
the first spot you hit on
Yeah.
the Sunset Strip.
on Sunset Strip. Yeah.
Basically. And that's where my career as a jeweler started, kind of. So,
I gotta hear this. Like, how is that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was super random. So I'd never made a
Bootsy
grill in
jewelry.
my life. Yeah, basically Bootsy jewelry, dude. I actually got my piece done by some dude from the Bay. He lives in downtown LA now.
Oh,
And
word.
That's where I got my piece done. Actually, my first piece.
Grillz?
Yeah.
Okay.
My first. It was the canines too. Actually, what you're getting to.
Oh,
Dude,
sick.
I'm down
Oh,
with the
shit.
canines.
Yeah. So I was looking at him like the whole time I had him. I was like I know how to make this because I went to tech school for high school.
Mhm.
So they taught us like foundry and like carpentry and all that shit. Like they gave us all these skills,
Basic fundamentals.
basic fundamentals for getting started as like in any trade or whatever.
Right.
So
And
it's
I was
like
like-
kind of getting you into like entrepreneurship idea.
Basically, yeah, just
Okay,
basically
okay.
kind of giving us like this like basic set of skills. If you want to be a plumber, go be a plumber. If you want to be a carpenter, go be a carpenter. If you
Almost
wanna
like a
be-
trade school at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a trade
That's what I was
school.
gonna say. It's like seems like a trade school.
It was a trade school, so that I'm thankful for that. You know, thanks to my parents for sending me there. Like, glad. I mean, even though it was an all boys school, I think it was fucking worth it, man.
Sure.
Because like,
That's all that matters.
yeah, that's all that matters. I mean, I learned shit. Like now I'm.
You've obviously applied it very well.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So
yeah.
I can't. Can't complain now.
Yeah.
Literally can't complain. But so yeah, I was chilling at his house before before his set, and I was like telling him, I was like, you know what, I could probably make these grills, and he kind of took the first step of like being like, yo, you know what, you should just fucking do it, like for real, like you should just run it. You're a smart kid, like blah blah blah, all this stuff he was telling me. He's like, if you really tried it, I know you can fucking kill it. I was like, all right, fuck, you know what? I think you're fucking right. So it kind of got in the back of my head just thinking about it that night, and I started drinking. And then I went to the club with them. And then these girls came up to me and they were asking me like, hey, where'd you get your grills from?
Oh, word.
And then my dumb ass was like, I fucking made them.
Oh my God.
Just fucking made them, you know? Like, and then she was like, oh my God, fucking perfect. Because me and my girl.
An equal response.
Exactly. She was like, my homegirl's been looking for fucking grills. And you need to come over to our table. So I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. Let's go. Come on, run it. So,
So everyone was wasted.
Hold on,
Like,
she did not say run it.
I said fucking, let's fucking
run it.
I'm picturing some white chick dressed sexy as all hell, just being like, get grimy and ratchet as fuck, just being like, run it.
Dude, you described exactly what it was, dude.
What the fuck?
she
That's
fucking-
what it was.
That's
Shout
exactly
to the
what
girl
it
that
was.
said run it.
Ooh, me too. Count me in, bro. Hold on.
She was low key thinking about Chris Brown the whole time, didn't even know what it
I
meant.
got you.
That is so funny.
Yeah, one more.
Like, yeah, I really,
Uno
really
mas.
want to know now, like, how this
And then one more
progressed.
for
Like,
the homie.
where did this lead to?
go.
That's
Like,
dope. I mean, hey, you
guys
never,
want one?
There you go.
I'm good.
I'm good, man. Thank you.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Shouts out to Jamie.
Oh yeah, Jamie, she alright.
She all right?
She alright.
Well,
I like
she's
Jackie
alright.
better.
That's my homegirl, dude.
Yeah,
I love Jamie.
yeah. Jamie don't
Jamie's
like
on
me.
fire right now.
I don't mind Jamie, but she don't like me.
But
Totally didn't dodge the frame, but it's all good.
Okay, try again. One more time.
It don't matter. He's no ninja. Jay's no ninja. He's like this. He's
Uh,
like.
herpes is for life.
Yo, all right, ladies and gentlemen, he just fucking swigged out of Carter's
put it back.
2 liter Coke and put it back in the fridge.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
I actually don't drink soda, so that was
All
probably
right.
from the last time I had a kickback, and people just brought a soda as a chaser.
There you go.
I haven't had any.
perfect.
Flat Coke from 2 years ago.
Okay, so white girl comes up to you. Where'd you
Let's
get your
run
girls
it.
from?
Where are
Run
we
it.
going?
Oh, yeah, so I grabbed my phone, so I just followed her to her table, and then there was like waiting was 3 of her homegirls. She's yelling, and I was like, "Oh my God, I just found a jeweler!" I was like, "Oh fuck, now I'm really."
So you didn't
No, really
identify yourself though as a jeweler, or did you say yes,
Not
I'm
at
a
all.
jeweler?
I literally just all I said was that I
You
made these. That's all I said, and
Okay.
then she fucking yanked me, pulled me over, and I was like, "Damn, okay."
Damn.
And then what sucked was the fact that looking to my left, I see this girl that I was working with at the time. And I was like, shit, now I really can't fucking, like, I can't be lying over here.
Right,
word.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You can't dig deeper into the
Yeah.
like
So then they're over there like, oh my God, yeah, we've been looking for, like, we've been trying to go to Slauson, but we just don't want to go. Like, obviously, it's funny, a lot of people don't want to go to Slauson just because of the fact that it's
why
in
don't people
Slauson.
want to go to Slauson?
Yeah, let's get to that.
Would you,
because-
okay, personally, have you tried going to Slauson?
Yeah, I'm fine there.
You're fine there?
Yeah,
Most
during the
people
day.
aren't. During
I
the
won't
day.
I won't go there at night.
Yeah.
Like, but
yeah, I've been during the day.
No,
I like
It's
it.
chill.
during
I
the
like
chill.
it. Yeah.
Look, you have to. I don't know. I think as corny as it sounds, and I'm white, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's like
What?
Couldn't tell at all.
What? Did you guys know this?
I could have sworn I thought you was Chinese.
But what I'm saying is like, but I'm tattooed, like whatever. I don't know if that adds to any
Do you think it
authenticity
gives
or
you
some
street
shit.
cred?
Fuck no. I weigh 135.
Better. Why do you think I do it?
I'm getting decked out on site. That's no. Look, like Slauson Swap Meet is essentially a dope ass mall where you can go get some sneakers, some jewelry, get your hair done. Like
no,
whatever.
fluff.
It's sick.
as fuck.
It's fucking, and it's dope. Like it's something that LA's missing. Like the only thing that's even close to it is the Fox Swap Meet in Santa Monica or Venice.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even come close because it's like, it's not busy.
But it is still LA.
They're not playing good music. It's like you walk in there, it's like going to a mall, but with a club experience. It's like fucking fun. Like,
I'm down with it.
so
Wait, is this like a flea market kind of ordeal?
It's like a big swap meet.
it's like a
Personally,
big swap meet. Yeah.
Okay.
to be honest with you, I've never been there. I've never been
Word.
to
No,
to
dude, me
Slauson.
too.
I've
Like,
never
I
been
mean,
to Slauson.
They
Well-
have so much different shit there. It's ridiculous.
yeah. And so it was like going there, I actually went with Jay, and it was like, you know, for the first time years ago. And it was just sort of like, we were just hanging out, talking to people. We
Chilling.
went to iFenco, like Ben Baller's spot and
Yeah.
all of that. And we were just asking questions about stuff. Like I was actually curious about Iced Out G-Shocks at the time, which looked so whack in
You
person.
know, just spend like fucking 50 G's right there.
Fucking crazy.
Wait, explain what that is, because what?
So it's like, all right.
A G-Shock. You know what a G-Shock watch is? The old
Oh,
school
yeah.
G-Shocks?
Sorry.
Yeah. And so like diamond encrusted everywhere.
Do you know what ice? Do you know what
what
iced
the
out
fuck
means?
is that?
You know what iced out is?
Yes, I know. I'm white, but I'm not that white.
Well, no, because in our last episode with Tay, we talked about that. We talked about the whole
I heard
thing
about
with
that.
Watches and icing them out, and how
Yeah.
it actually depreciates the value of a higher end watch.
Look,
and stuff
yeah.
like that.
And here's the
Looks
thing.
like the
when
luxury
it-
watches have like a specific look.
Look,
Once
but
it's
they're
like a
nice
car.
the way they are. You
Look-
don't need to fucking change them. If you want to fucking customize it, get it engraved. Okay,
Mhm.
I don't think you need to like deck it
Bust
out
it down
where
and
there's
all that
so many
shit.
goddamn
Nah.
diamonds in it.
Not
You
unless
can't
it's
even tell what
factory
fucking
set.
time it is.
Let me get
Yeah.
sapphire, rubies.
No, but like, here's the thing. Like, I guess anybody going to Slauson, they're not racially biased down there.
They're not.
If you don't act ignorant and fucking weird, like they won't be weird. Like it's
Of course not.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing though. But a lot of these people though, like the fact that they've never been there. So that's the thing that's the big problem with a lot of people is that things that they haven't tried, things that they haven't, places that they haven't been to. You know,
Yeah.
they already have like this idea of it, and they kind of just have that set in their mind, and they're afraid to. Especially when it comes to things that they're afraid of, they're not
Yeah.
gonna want to do it
No,
just
it's
because
so
of the
true.
fact that they already have this like presumption that it's not gonna be a good place for them to be at.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why a lot of it's funny because like a good like probably like 30% of the people that come to me are like, oh yeah, I feel so much better coming here to Glendale,
Oh my
Burbank,
God.
whatever, versus going to Slauson. I'm like, honestly, it's the same thing, but I'm glad you're coming to me. You know, like obviously I gotta be thankful that they're coming to me instead.
Yeah,
I'm,
you
I'm
are.
glad. I'm
You
glad.
have the work.
I'm definitely
Yeah,
glad.
your work shows it, so that's why they're coming to you.
Yeah, well, the work, and on top of that, the fact that they're just kind of reluctant to go to Slauson, which I'm really thankful for.
You have an establishment. You have a studio that you work out of,
Yeah.
that people can meet you at, and it's like, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I understand the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But but still, that's why I'm thankful that people don't want to go to Slauson, because then they'll come to me instead.
Right.
Because if everybody was gonna go to Slauson, because the thing is, Slauson's already like established. They've been doing this thing they've been doing this for like fucking like what 12, 15 years now.
Longer
Yeah,
than
longer
I-
than
yeah.
that.
Oh shit.
And
there's
so
a
it's like
lot more competition over there as far as in a
Exactly.
small space.
in a small little space, exactly. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's why I'm like, yo, like at first I was that's the reason why, like, okay, back to how it started. Like I went up to these girls and I was like telling them like, yeah, I made these. So they're like over here telling me like, oh yeah, I want to get my fangs. I want to get like a little gap filler. And I'm over here, my dumb ass, like half like pissed drunk. I'm like taking orders on my phone. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you want the fucking 6-banger on the bottom? You know, like like just taking
6-banger.
orders like fucking crazy. I took 3 orders that night.
That's a good night, though.
That was a good night, considering the fact that I didn't have any equipment to make the grills. Fuck yeah, that's a good night.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I was like, oh shit. So I realized when I got back to my table, I was like, oh fuck.
What I just
What did I
agreed to.
just do?
I was like,
Yeah.
I done fucked up. Like, you know what I
I
mean? So-
done fucked up.
Bad news bears.
So I went to the bathroom. I was taking the deuce and I was on my phone, and I went on eBay and I started ordering everything that I like. I knew. Okay, so here's the thing. I knew exactly how to make grills in my head. I just never done it.
Right.
So I was just on my phone on eBay. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I was ordering my fucking spin caster. I was ordering all the stuff that I needed
No
to
shit.
make
Wow.
all the grill. Like
Yeah.
everything that I needed, I was buying it right then and there.
Yeah.
So I spent like about like I think it was like 5,300 something bucks in one sitting. It wasn't until the morning when I realized how much money I spent on these tools, and that's when I realized I was like, oh shit, I took like 3 orders for grills last night. I gotta make this fucking happen, or else that $5,000 is going to shit. You know, what I mean?
That's a good chunk of cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
It's a good chunk of money, and that was a good motivation to actually run it though.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like it was good motivation. I was like, I spent the money already at that point. I gotta make that shit back. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was like, I gotta fucking make this shit happen. There's no way out.
At least it put the battery in your back, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, because it could have gone the other way where it's like just becomes this passionate hobby and like, you know, you end up sort of just doing it and then you never recoup. And
Yeah.
it's just sort of like, I like doing this, but then, oh shit, I'm in the hole. And
Yeah.
It gives
Yeah,
you that
that-
extra
you had
motivation.
the right
Just be
state of
like, you
mind.
know what? I'm going all in.
Yeah,
Like, you know, I'm
exactly.
doing it. I'm
Right.
just gonna see it to the end.
Exactly, I had to. And then so that weekend I got all my equipment the reason why it was so expensive too is because I ran everything with like next day air or some shit.
Oh,
like,
right.
I shipped everything like the next day because I told these girls that they were like, oh, so what's the turnaround time? I was like 7 to 10 days. Okay, like what the fuck? It takes like 7 to 10 days just to ship something to my house. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like so I had
Amazon Prime.
Exactly. I had 7 to 10 days to receive all the equipment, learn how to make the fucking grills, make the grills, and deliver. You know what I mean? Like, and make it look proper.
So aside from your engineering background, how did you learn how to make the grills on the spot like that though? Because like me, for example,
YouTube tutorials.
and I'll speak
No,
for
I'm
these
kidding.
two as well. Yeah, like I wouldn't even be able to wrap my head around what would go into doing that.
Oh, I have
So-
no bloody idea. Like no
Like
clue.
post mold, I wouldn't know what to do.
So pre-mold, I didn't know what to do. Post-mold, I knew everything just because of the fact, like I said, I went to that trade school. They taught me how to cast. I was making. So like
I thought that he was about to be like, I was studying to be an orthopedic surgeon, and
I thought he was about to boss up on us and be like,
I'm an
'cause that
engineer,
good."
neurosurgeon.
I'm
Do
that
jewelry on
good.
the side. That's my side.
That's my side. Yo, we'll get into that. We'll get into that.
No, so I knew everything like casting and all that stuff. So I knew it was gonna be lost wax casting, spin casting, and all that shit. Like
Right.
I knew what to do after I take the mold. What I didn't know was the dental shit.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was at perfect timing because like a couple days later I had a dentist appointment. So I paid my dentist. Oh, so I didn't have to pay him. Scratch that.
Did you give them girls and got the hookup for your checkup?
No, but he's a family friend actually.
My daughter really wants grills. I heard you make them. Go ahead. I won't charge you. All right.
Meet up with her. It's that first girl you met at the club. It's like,
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I would have been fucked. You would have wrecked me, dude. You would have wrecked my teeth. So he's actually a family friend. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I was like, can I just walk? I bullshitted him. I was like, I'm really interested in going to dental school. And he was like, aren't you going to school for engineering? I was like, I'm really interested in going to dental school. So I was like, can I see what you guys do in the back? Blah, blah, blah. So I was just kind of like ghosting them for a day. Just wanted to see how they take the molds and everything.
Okay.
So they showed me, they taught me how to do all that. And then I just dipped out that day. And I was like, you know what, fucking, I ordered that was stuff that I didn't even think about. I was like, I ordered all the stuff to make the grills. I didn't order anything to take the molds.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
Got it.
So at that point, I got that locked down. Then I met up with those girls again to take their molds and everything. Because I told them, I was like, oh, I don't have any of my equipment ready. Like, I remember I told them a bullshit excuse because they were like, oh, can you take our molds tomorrow? And I was like, fuck, I don't have anything. I was like, I'm actually going.
I got a book schedule.
I was like, I'm actually going to Vegas for like 3 days. So I'm
out.
sorry. I was like, I'll get you guys next week though. So at that
Smart
point,
play,
I
my
had enough
friend.
time.
Yeah, very
Smart
smart.
player.
Yeah.
Very smart.
At that time, I had enough time to get the equipment ready, and then I remember it was like, I think it was a Tuesday when I met them up, molded them up, and then that same weekend I made their grills.
Man.
Wow.
Damn.
Dude, so basically it
Unreal.
came down to you going to a club one night and it all kind of just fell into place with that.
Yeah,
Like if you had not gone, you wouldn't have been so
if
pressured.
I wasn't such a big liar, I wouldn't be where I'm
you know,
at
I'm
right
trying
now.
to go around that part, but you know, like had that not happened, you wouldn't have like been so, oh my God, I gotta buy this shit on the spot. I gotta get all this stuff ordered. Like, you know, as opposed to like maybe you would have just like waited or something.
Yeah.
And you know, like that's wild. Like that's just wild. One night literally changed everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
up until now. Yeah.
Like you had the experience, you had the knowledge, which was a long game. But
Yeah. I mean, I had the knowledge, I didn't have the experience. Definitely.
or sorry, but you know, well, at least the experience as far as knowing how to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah, so that was kind of perfect. It kind of worked out for me because once I did their pieces, so like I said, I was working for the Getty at the time, and I told him I was like, "Yo, I'm starting to make grills, blah blah blah," you know.
you told the Getty that.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I'll give you a shot." And I'm thankful for him. Like seriously, bless him, like for giving me a shot. He ordered like the first big piece that I had to do, which was like a 6-on-6 top and bottom.
Damn. Okay.
And off the
Let's
bat,
fucking go.
and I was like, I've only been doing this for like fucking 7 days. You know,
Man.
like at that point, I was just like, holy shit, like what am I doing right now? First time they came out shitty. They were like slugs. They're like thick as fuck. Like he was like, these don't fit
Dripping.
right. And I was like, oh, I started sweating. I was like, oh, that's it. I'm selling this shit on eBay. I'm selling all the equipment on eBay.
Oh, God.
Craigslist, fucking yard sale, hell yeah, everyone buy all my shit because I'm
Right.
I'm not gonna do this anymore. But I felt like he's like no, just run it again. Like, you know, like he gave me another chance. He didn't give me shit for it not fitting. So I'm thankful that he was kind of, you know, patient with it.
That's dope though.
He wasn't just like, oh, these don't fit. These are trash.
It's like, yo, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? It's like I can imagine that being like a pain in the ass with like some people.
Oh, dude, it's so weird because the people that don't want to pay are the worst to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that are asking for the most. They're like, oh, can you do it for this much? I'm like, bro.
They're expecting all these accommodations to fit what they want when it's like, hey, you're coming to me. I'm the professional.
Yeah.
I'm the one that's going to make the right recommendations to what's going to transpire.
Exactly.
But I think you already kind of had that experience working on art. I feel like,
Oh yeah,
as
definitely.
far
So I
as
was kind
like,
of used to dealing
you know,
with people
like,
already
yeah,
at that
I'm
point.
used to dealing with people who be like, that's not the way I wanted it.
Too bad.
I'm fucking sorry. Like, fuck me, right? I'll just do it. You know what? Let me just do it all over again for you.
Let me just set this on fire and I'll get right back to it from fucking stage one.
What movie is that where he's like, fuck me, right? Oh, no, it's super bad.
Super.
Was that Super Bad? No, it was Forgetting
Yeah.
Sarah Marshall.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
Fuck me, right?
Oh, fuck me, right?
Yeah.
I'll just go fuck myself then. And he's like, what? He's like, nothing, mahalo.
Yeah.
Dude, oh man, I fucking love that movie. Can we watch that right now?
Yeah.
We should put that on the iPad.
Yeah.
Dude, we're actually...
Link will be in the description.
No, low key, we're actually planning a series of the podcast as well, and any of our previous guests are welcome to join. Where
Just to watch movies?
where we screen a movie with commentary, like it's science theater and shit.
You ever
like,
see
where-
that Science Fiction Theater
No,
3000?
I never saw that shit. I mean, I heard of it, obviously. But I never
Yeah.
It
seen
was like puppets, but they were like real people were voicing the puppets, obviously. And they would just commentate. These were real puppets, okay? They were real. Like,
mate.
It's real.
But yeah, no, I always like that. Especially like we're fucking huge movie buffs.
Oh, cinephiles, dude.
Oh yeah.
Watch
Cinephiles.
everything. But yeah, you're more than welcome to join whenever you want to do that. That's
I'm
always
fucking down. Let me know. Let me know when you guys do it. I'll come through.
100%. But
Most people
Yeah.
will not hear the movie; they'll hear us.
yeah.
But
So
I'm
it's
okay
like
with that.
it's like a watch along.
Yeah, it's more like a watch.
I feel like it's a little bit more entertaining because if they want to watch the movie, they can watch the fucking movie.
Should we do like a
Yeah,
watch along or like a
you know.
critique? Like watch the movie
Oh,
and talk
it's both.
about it.
It's the same
It's both.
thing. Yeah,
it's in and
it's
out,
both.
and it's just like our commentary on the shit.
Here-
Like,
here's the differ though, is when we're going to be watching movies we've seen previously versus something totally new to us, because I feel like we'll definitely
That's a little bit
be-
more exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, we don't know, as opposed to
Suspenseful.
like we're going to watch that one fucking movie that Carter knows every goddamn line to.
And
And
he
then he's just going to be like, watch, this fool's going to die. Well, thanks for the spoiler, bro.
we're not watching SLC Punk, all right?
Dude,
Carter?
it's fucking
God
one of the
damn.
greatest.
That's an amazing
What,
movie.
wait,
What are you
what is
talking
SLC
about?
Punk?
All right, so SLC Punk is a '90s flick. So SLC is Salt
Spoiler
Lake
alert
City.
to anyone watching or listening.
All right, I'm not gonna like completely spoil them. I'll give you like a quick synopsis.
Spoil it.
He's not going to spoil it. He's going to kind of
Spoil
slightly
it.
ruin it, you know?
Just spoil it,
All
bro.
right, essentially, it's two punks that grew up in Salt Lake City, one of the fucking most atrocious places on the planet.
Why?
Well, for one, it's like heavily religiously run.
There's
so
a
it's
lot
like,
of fucking going on.
Hey, that's dope. I'm all about religion, bro.
All right, so essentially, it's two punks trying to rebel against society as they're maturing into adulthood. You know, being like, all right, finish college, what do I do? And having that punk mentality going from like, I want to believe in anarchism, like anarchism.
Anarchism?
Anarchism. Carterism. That was a Carterism, guys.
That was a Carterism, ladies
So
and
believing in
gentlemen.
like anarchy and the idea that a free society is the best society because it's self-governed. And the idea of like friendships and, you know, trials between relationships, etc. It gets, you know, it adds the drama to it because it has to glamorize it as a film. But it's fucking dope.
And you know, it's not
is a good
super
movie.
far-fetched either when it gets into stuff where you're like, oh yeah, that's my homie that I used to grow up with and we were all about anarchy. And then you see him in the movie, oh hey, what's up? What have you been doing? He's homeless.
He's homeless.
He's
yeah.
fucking homeless, begging for money because he stuck with that. And
Mhm.
like, you're kind of like, damn, this is real. It's not just a movie about like, yeah, I want to do this.
Yeah, it's
and-
not about like destruction and destroy
it's
everything.
not.
It's really
It's
about
so real.
how it is developing outside of college. When you go into that moment of adulthood and you're like, holy shit, I got to pay bills. Fuck, I
Doing
got to
some
get
real
health
shit.
insurance,
Yeah.
pay for gas. Like, you know, I actually have to do something. I can't just fuck around anymore.
Yeah.
It is pretty wild.
I love at Seaside when I took my only cinematography class. I actually wrote my fucking final paper on that movie.
Oh, dope.
that's
It's
tight.
really all right.
So that's why you love the movie so much. You probably had to watch like 1,000 times.
Well,
before
this
you
is the
realize
thing. I
that
watched it
thing.
like 1,000 times before I even took that class.
Cardi's gonna be sitting on the couch. Oh, I love this part. I'll shut up.
Here's the crazy. All right, you know.
How much you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, right.
All right,
Leave. Fucking leave.
this is gonna be wild. Is the one? Was it the Scooby Doo live action movie?
The first
guy
one?
who played Shaggy.
Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
made a live action movie.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
wild.
The guy who
dude,
played
How do you
Shaggy.
not know this?
I don't fucking watch movies at all, dude. My girlfriend's always like, "Oh, do you remember this fucking like movie or whatever?"
Don't
Like, I'm
blame
always
not
like, I don't-
watching movies on your girlfriend.
No, I'm not blaming it on her. I'm just saying she's always bringing up like, "You never watched this fucking movie." I'm like, "No." She's like, "You've never watched this movie." No, like that's the thing. Like, I just don't watch movies.
He's
Sorry.
like, hey, sorry, I don't watch enough movies. All right.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, okay, you know what? Sorry, I fucking never watched it. That's it. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, so like, essentially, the dude that the casted actor for Shaggy for the Scooby Doo movie is the main character in
In
SLC
SLC
Punk.
Punk.
And you're gonna be like, "Yo, what?"
I would love to say what, but I don't know who the fuck played Shaggy.
I don't know.
Dog,
his
you're
name.
killing me
I
right
reckon-
now.
He was in 13 Ghosts.
You'll
with
reckon.
Yeah,
Tony
he
Shalhoub.
was in 13 Ghosts.
He was in Without a Paddle.
Yeah, Without a Paddle.
Oh, that fucking guy's ugly, dude.
The tall. He was really tall.
I don't know.
Oh no, you're thinking of the other guy.
I wouldn't call him Ugly Paws, but
SLC Punk. I think I know who you're talking about, though.
yeah, he's just sort of like your run-of-the-mill white dude. I don't know.
With blue hair
He's a great
He
actor
did blue hair.
in the movie.
in the
Yeah,
movie.
'cause of
Huge
Anarchy.
mohawk. But yeah, Carter actually got me onto, which felt like almost a great, more modern version of that was Bomb City.
That was
Bomb
tight.
City was so good.
I
And
watched
if you
that.
guys have any free time,
Watch Bomb City.
watch Bomb City. It's
on
based on a
Prime.
true
I
story.
know it's on Prime.
Is
right
it on
now.
Prime?
It's on Prime right
Dude,
now.
That just like, that was crazy.
Yeah, because it's based on a true story.
That's what I just said.
Oh shit! Did you really?
Damn,
I did.
Scooby Doo
I
got
am so
30%
sorry.
on Rotten Tomatoes. That's
Yo, don't judge the
Yeah, it's
percentage.
fucking
oh, that
Scooby-Doo.
fucking dude. I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. It's not a good.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. The ugly dude. Like that.
Yeah.
That's the deal I was talking about.
Well, the Scooby-Doo live action is not a good movie.
Well, no, I would not.
It was
qualify
it
that.
was a
No,
reference.
sorry, don't
It
give me
was-
the
it was a
finger
reference.
waves. It's not a good movie.
Carter, I
This
get where you're
fucking
coming
guy.
from. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
that guy's great, dude. I'm gonna make him my wallpaper now.
Okay, let's backtrack
All right,
a little
going back
bit.
to it.
Okay, been in the game for about 3 years, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing this. Okay, yeah. So
Where's
yeah,
that
Well,
go?
no,
Where's that go?
I actually had a question.
what was your question?
That
I got an answer for you.
so I hope so. It would suck if you didn't.
Will you watch Scooby Doo? No.
looking
Maybe.
looking at the grills you've made, and you telling us that you've only been in it, for a couple years and stuff. At what point did you want to expand from the basic solid fill or solid grills? Because I've seen you do the hollow grills where you can see the tooth through
Yeah.
and it's just a frame.
Yeah.
And then you also do kind of like that Black Panther pattern of like the crosshatch on
Oh, diamond
the-
cuts. Yeah.
diamond cuts. I love that.
Do you?
Yeah.
love
I
that?
think that is.
I've never been a fan personally.
I think that's fucking
Wait,
awesome.
can someone throw up a picture for me? I don't even know what that means.
Here, you talk. I'll look it up.
I
for
know
him,
that like the hollow, I get the
it kind
solid.
of
I get.
looks like crisscross etchings in the metal.
Yeah.
Okay,
It gives
like
texture.
spider webbing.
It gives texture to the grills, and I think that's really cool. I love the hollow, and I love
So it's
the
like
diamond
this.
cut.
The diamond cuts like this.
Okay, so it's kind of like how do you say it? Kind of like carbon fiber ish.
No, but it's textured.
It's
so
a,
there's
it's a pattern.
Yeah.
So it's you can feel a difference.
Right,
You know, like there's deep.
It gives it a
depths
texture.
to
It gives it a little bit more kind of, a little bit more flair compared to like a solid piece.
I feel like it gives it a lot more depth.
It does give
It
it, a lot
does.
more depth, and yeah, like you said, with art, you would have a lot of texture with pieces. Like that's
I
kind
don't know what
of.
you're talking about. I only spray paint. It's all flat.
Oh well, fuck me. Then. But I mean, so the reason, the
Well, that
whole
monster
reason,
sorry to throw off the fucking conversation. So
Shut up,
JKen
Carter.
here
What happened?
has a lot of art pieces here that he's done for me, and there's that monster piece, and that wasn't spray paint, that was acrylics, wasn't
You're
it?
right. That was acrylic.
That was
You're right.
acrylics.
Fine. I look. I did.
So
I pulled a
you're-
mark and I
So
lied.
you're also a liar. I was about to say you're also a liar.
You're a liar.
You're a liar.
One thing all
No,
artists have
he's
in common.
not. He's
Lying.
not a liar. He's just. I feel like he doesn't want to express outside of his creative spectrum. Own it.
Fine. Thanks,
Move
Dad.
with it. Yeah.
I definitely sound like a dad, didn't I?
But okay. So at what point were you just like, you know what? I want to experiment. I want to make frames. I don't even fucking understand how that works because I understand molding and I understand creating like grills like Ben's, but I don't understand.
Smile for the camera.
Let's see
Yeah,
that.
you know. Here, let me hold this for you. Why don't you get in real close so they can see that? If you guys are listening, pull this up on YouTube, okay?
Yeah, I was like, go towards the camera. That's
He's getting
much
all
better.
the angles. But you know what I'm saying? Like I understand how those are done, and then you do these frameworks and
One
then
last,
all this
one
other
last
stuff.
time. I didn't even make these.
My man. Shouts out Mr. Bling.
But
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, we got grill beef. Oh shit.
if you get a pair off Mark, he's gonna say the only
I
that you gotta throw those
I'll say
out.
that at least. What was that?
Nothing. I just want to know. Want to know how you got into that? Like how you what
Got
made,
into
like
a little bit more elaborate shit.
yeah, like you know.
I mean, honestly, it's not like I kind of just went in on it and just started wanting to practice it. It was more just people asking for it. So
Right.
people be asking like, "Oh, do you do the frames?" I can't say no. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid for me to say no because I'm kind of limiting
You
myself.
don't limit yourself.
You don't
Yeah,
want to limit
100%.
yourself. So you just got like when they asked me for the grills, I never made grills. I just said yes. And I was like, fuck it, I'll figure it out later. You know, that's the thing. So when they asked me, can you make frames? Yes. Can you make fucking diamond cuts? Yes. Can you make diamond dust? Yes. Like, can you bust it down? Fuck yeah, I can.
So it's
I've
almost
never
like-
done any of that shit up until they asked me to.
So it's like for you, it's like say yes, learn more later.
Basically, yeah.
I
That's
felt like
dope.
it was like
That's
an
dope.
unconscious blessing because, coming from a creative background, wanting to be an artist, when someone, wanted to project this idea that's out of the normal, you're like,
Push
I'll
you out of
fucking
your
own this.
yeah, push you out of your comfort
You know?
zone.
That's
yeah.
the thing. You kind of just got like, it sounds really fucking cliche to say, but you gotta fake it till you make it. That's kind of like how this whole thing happened, realistically.
I like that. I mean,
You
that's 100% accurate.
It is. It's 100% accurate, especially with me. I mean, like, I faked it that whole night. I was like, yeah, I'm a fucking jeweler. And when I was driving home that night, I already convinced myself.
So I was driving home. Wait, so you drove home?
I
drunk?
drove home.
Please tell me you didn't drive
Okay.
home drunk.
Just
I don't wanna say
lie.
that because- okay.
Lie.
I took an Uber.
We'll cut that
There
out
you
in
go.
post.
I took an Uber. I was in the back seat of my Uber. I rated them 5 stars, tipped them and everything.
There you go.
I was like,
Yeah,
I was
gum.
thinking, I was like, holy shit. I think I'm gonna be a jeweler now at this point. At that point, I was just like, you know what is happening?
And Tay Rob was like, hell no.
Fuck
Hell no.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
This is like,
Whatever, Tay-Rob, you just found out I was a jeweler like 2 months ago.
But you know what? He found out in the perfect amount of time to bring you up on the random during him featured on
Right.
our podcast.
Yeah, that is true.
Which led to you being here.
You got
Very
it.
true.
You know.
actually. Yeah, thank you, Tay-Rob.
I think that deserves like a high five or a
Can,
bro
can,
hug.
you,
or
can you have him talk for a minute?
Yeah,
Oh, it's on. It's
Oh,
on.
yeah,
There's
it's
no
on.
switch.
Yeah.
It's
Can you
on.
talk for a bit?
so Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj.
Can I?
No.
Oh, yes.
We just discuss this real quick.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I got
All
to
right.
pee real bad.
Yeah, go for it,
Oh
dude.
my
Talk,
God.
talk about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
I'm gonna do that to kill some time because we need to discuss how we.
We need that.
Yes.
All right, so if we're elaborating on this, Tay, then
Yeah.
all right, who are you taking in a fist fight between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj, 100%.
What? Yo, okay,
Yeah.
no. She already put Cardi already put a lump on Nicki's head with a shoe.
a little
Yeah, but
I'm
with Carter.
I'd like to see what would actually transpire if shit really threw down.
I think Nicki's been in this industry
Lawsuit.
too long where Cardi is still pretty real and also like has a baby with Offset who's a real one. I don't know. Like I'm my money's on Cardi. I would take money on Cardi all day.
Man.
are we talking about like lyrically or just a fist fight?
No, like pulling weaves out shit.
Oh,
So a fist fight.
I would take Nicki Minaj for sure.
I'll take
See,
Nicki.
that's what
I'll take-
I thought we were talking about.
Yeah.
I'd say Nicki Minaj. Like, I just think
She'll
lyrically
booty
too, I
checker.
would take
She-
Nicki
'Cause
Minaj also.
All right, so if we were talking lyricism, I would go with Nicki Minaj all day.
Mhm.
yeah. I guess both then. I guess
Because
both. in that
Cardi's
point.
album was pretty much written by other people, but I don't care. Like, it was a dope album.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's
Dude, and Tori was playing, I think it was Nicki's album, Pink Print, and her
Shouts out
fucking,
Hitmaker. He has a joint on that album. That's
but
crazy.
just
with
her
Jeremiah.
vocals, her actual singing, not her like rapping and all that stuff. Like her actual singing is fucking
She can sing.
amazing.
Yeah.
I want to see her do
I-
it.
I
well.
had never heard it before that album, and I was like, "Oh my god! Like this is incredible."
Oh,
she
dude,
has a voice.
I want to see her do a whole like R&B type album.
I like to
of
see her do like a
singing.
jazz album.
Who? Cardi B?
Nicki
Or
Minaj?
Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj.
No,
Nicki
you don't.
Minaj.
A jazz album with Nicki Minaj.
That would be kind of
Because
sick.
she's got great vocals.
Does she
Cardi
listen to
B,
jazz?
honestly, like,
Oh.
no, I'm sorry.
I don't know how
I'm
that.
not about it.
Why
I mean,
not?
Maybe it would mesh. I that's far fetched, but that would be.
Yeah, that's a
Dope.
little
I mean,
deep.
That
I
was-
think, I think
if
it's
that
a realm
worked,
that
that'd
should
be
be
a
explored.
wow.
I
That'd be a
think
big
it
wow.
should be explored just because, everybody coming from like an artist perspective, there's always a point where it's like, all right, how do I change or evolve
Yeah.
from what I've already been doing?
Sure.
Like Drake just came up on a Latin track today.
Exactly.
Like he doesn't speak Spanish, but he just
that
straight
was
up
dope. Yeah,
sounded fluid on a Spanish track and it was kind of catchy.
Yeah.
it was.
So
Yeah.
vice versa, it could be Nicki Minaj.
It
on
could
the,
be Nicki. I feel like it's
jazz
just like you
track.
gotta, I hope she wants to explore other avenues as
Yeah.
to any other artist also.
I think she's kind of
It's
like
just that
handling her
risk.
career, like wiling out with her career in Queen Radio right now, like airing out dirty laundry of everything. Like she's handling it the wrong way. Because every artist, like, right, you have enough years in the game, and then you start feeling like the new chicks in town. And unfortunately, rap has always had just enough room for one, maybe two females in the game. So, granted, Remy Ma is a beast, like dope. But I feel like Nicki is sensing that
Mhm.
with Cardi. And Cardi will have like, I think like a 5-year run. I think she'll have like a 5-year run of like joints and then make her money and it'll fade.
Mhm.
Because at the end of the day, she's not writing her own shit. That dries out after a while if you're not a pop artist.
Mhm.
If you're a rap artist, it dries out. And so Nicki, who
Yeah.
can rap, like that Monster verse, regardless, is one of the top verses of the last 10 years. That shit is fucking crazy.
Mhm.
But it's like,
And guess who came before Nicki?
I was get what, Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all it's as you said. It's like there's only room for like one or two people.
Unfortunately, because it's like what
So it
Fat-
was Kim and
and then Remy before she went to jail and shit. And it was like what Fat Joe said, where he's like, dude, it's whack to me. He's
Yeah.
like, they could have done records together.
Yep.
And it would have been fucking crazy. Imagine a DJ Khaled track with all of them on it.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit would have been like fucking bonkers. But unfortunately, it's just this weird thing of that culture of just like only one, like, there can only be one Highlander type
Right,
shit. So
right.
it's like, I don't know, but in a fist fight, Cardi.
Nah, I don't think so.
All right.
I
don't
think
know.
she talks a lot,
What's the
and I'd
number?
really like to
What's the
see
number?
what would happen in action. But I could be totally wrong. I could be totally wrong at the end of the day.
So Mark, I actually also I'm sorry for back.
No, we're diving back in now.
I keep diving
Intermission
back.
over.
So I don't know if I've seen it on your Instagram. It might be, deeper than what I looked into. But do you do any diamond encrusted grills?
Yeah, I do.
You
I
do.
So that's the one thing that I was saying. Like I had to start learning it just because people were asking for it. For the first, so the first two people that asked me for diamond grills, I actually denied them. I told them that I can't do it
Oh, word.
What?
because of the fact that I knew for a fact that I could not learn it that quick. Everything else I knew how to do. I was like, I could learn that probably in 2-3 days, run it, fucking get my money, and dip.
Yeah.
But diamond setting, do you know how to diamond set?
I don't personally, but it's a very like
Right?
intense skill to learn how to do.
Because if
It's
you have too
fun.
much
It's
of
the
a
most
dainty,
precise
if
skill
you have too much of a
because
dainty setting, guess what? Stones are falling out.
Stones are falling out.
And
you
in your
fuck.
mouth,
Yeah.
like
Not just
dude.
that.
I can't, yeah, it's
So
just
that's the least of my concerns because it's not the diamonds falling out of people's mouths. It's the fact that that's your reputation that you're really throwing on the line because you're telling people I can set diamonds. one diamond falls out, you know what? You're pretty much setting yourself up for fucking a shit show.
Right.
If you're giving out product that isn't quality.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I kind of drew the line. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna offer that until I actually know how to do it. Yeah. So I spent like I actually spent like the last 5 months, maybe 5-6 months, trying to teach myself how to do it.
Nice.
How do you teach yourself how to do it? Because I feel like without
lots of practice.
But I guess my question is, how do you practice without investing a ton in diamonds?
Well, if he has the molds, then you would just do it. If it fucks up, you melt it down and start again.
Oh, so you can like salvage diamonds.
You can salvage diamonds.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the diamonds don't get trashed unless if you like fucking smash them or lose them, which I've lost a ton of.
Well, they're small.
I'm pretty sure how much you want.
Or do you try with like CZs at first and then like go?
That would have been the smart route.
That actually would have been a really smart route.
I swallowed a few real diamonds and then I realized.
Yeah.
Should use a fake one.
Realize
I got it like that. God damn it.
So that's the thing. Like that's why I always tell some people, like whenever like I even told like some of my friends that come to my studio, I'm like, hey man, you want to go through my fucking little splash pile? Because I have this bucket where like when I cast, little pieces of gold come out.
Did you just post some shit with that?
Huh?
Did you just post some shit with that too?
Probably. Yeah.
I think I saw that. Yeah. It was like
so the thing is, I always tell people, it's like, yeah, you know what? If you want to sift through this shit, I'm gonna throw this out. If you want to sift through it, you'll probably find like at least like $100-$200 worth of gold in here, because there's a lot of gold that just kind of chips off when you create it.
Right.
So and that's the funny thing is I can't wait until I move out of that studio, is because when I sweep that ground, I'll bet you I'll find at least 20-30 diamonds.
It'll be like weed. Oh shit, I found a nug.
Oh, I found a nug, but I can imagine finding a nug in your fucking couch that you could still smoke 5 years later. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. That's what it is, and it'll still get you high.
Little Betty in the corner is like, "There's gold in this warehouse."
Okay.
God.
So the funny thing is, you know, you say that she actually found a tooth that I lost. So one time, so one time I was working. So her studio was right behind mine. And then there was one time where I was working. So I have a what's it called? What do you fucking call it? A rotary machine.
Right.
So I'm polishing this tooth, and then all of a sudden it just catches an edge, and I was like, "Bing!"
Bye-bye. Good luck finding that shit.
So I was like, fuck that, I'll just cast another one. You know what I mean? So I casted another one, made it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I forgot about it. 3 months later, 3 weeks later, she was like, I think this is yours. I was like, oh shit. Like, that's so fucking dope that she gave it back to me. Like, you know, if it was me, I would have kept it. But
that's like, put it like in her mouth, like, hey, look at how does it look?
Wow, check it out. How does it look? But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, practicing like setting diamonds, it took me fucking a long time. Even up until now, man. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm like really great at it. I'm good enough where I can offer it.
Sure.
You know.
So when you say practice, like, did you go on YouTube just to like watch a tutorial? How did you actually even practice?
It's the same thing I did with a dentist. I went over to the jewelry district. I just ghosted. I mean, I pretty much just watched somebody do it, and then
so you're like shadowing someone.
Yeah, shadow somebody,
wow.
and then I was just like, oh yeah, that's what I was looking for. I said ghosted.
I was
shadowing.
Different term.
I was looking for. I was shadowing. Yeah, I was shadowing a jeweler.
I was Caspering that bitch.
I was Caspering that bitch.
I was gonna learn something, then I ghosted.
But yeah, that's kind of like how I learned. So I this guy was kind of a dick. I had to pay him. He was like, oh, if you want to be here, he's like, it's in the cost a little bit.
It happens, dude.
Wow,
I was like, it happens a lot more often than you would think.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, fine, whatever. It was $50 to learn, you know, to watch him for an hour, and that's fine.
That's chill.
It's not bad. I mean,
I would charge someone if they wanted to see how I do my art.
I completely understand, because if anybody asked me how to do it, I would be like, fuck you, go find someone else. You know what I mean? Because like, I mean, I'm not. The thing is, it took me a while. The thing is, nobody made it like easy for me to learn. That's the thing. I had to find all my resources. I had to figure out how to learn it all on my own. So it's kind of like there's been a lot of people have been coming up to me like, hey man, teach me how to make grills. I'm like, bro, like I would honestly love to, but nobody ever fucking made it that easy for me. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to do it, if you want to learn it, feel free. You can be my competition. I don't even mind, because I'll be more psyched for you to have learned it on your own versus having me hold your hand, fucking teaching you every step of the fucking way how to do this shit.
Right.
That's
You know what I mean?
ultimately admirable, like more admirable.
Exactly.
At
That's
that
what I'm saying.
point.
I would be glad. I don't care if you do better than me in the future. If you do
Right.
better than me in the future, then fucking props to you, bro. Because the fact that I've been doing it for 3 years and you just started today and you do better than me in 2-3 years from now, fuck yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
you're better than me. I'll fucking hands down, dude.
Just remember where you learned it from.
That's the
You
thing,
got-
though.
you gotta
I
earn it.
wouldn't even
You
be able
gotta
to say
earn
that.
it.
I wouldn't even be able to say that at that point. But that's the thing, though. I don't want to make it easy for somebody because at the same time, like it. I feel like they get a lot more gratification learning it on their own versus having me guide them.
Well,
'Cause-
going through like the stride of it, like those struggles, that when you hit that mark you want, feels a lot better than just like skimming like through it, just being like, oh yeah, whatever, I got it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, I have friends that I've taught how to do it, and they've been like, "Yo, I'm a jeweler now." I'm like, I don't know about that, but cheers.
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 Yeah, I'm also curious. Like, I think Ben told me like the time frame for his grills to be like molded.
Took
and
about a week.
made.
Week turnaround.
Sounds about right.
Is that about right?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like I was telling JKen earlier, like, you can really do it in a day. But the thing is, I mean, the only reason why I give it a lead time of 7 to 10 days is because of the fact that I have a day job.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
So I'm working, you know, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. But at the same
Whoa,
time-
wait, hold up. So is the Grillz your side hustle?
Yeah, it's my
Yeah,
side hustle.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
shit.
not
That's
his
a
full time.
side
Hey.
hustle. No shit,
Yeah,
dude.
it's my
Okay.
side
See, we
hustle.
didn't even know this.
I didn't
All
know that.
Oh yeah, that's just a side hustle.
Tell me you don't work at like a Kookaroos or something.
right.
No,
There's no more
no.
Kookaroos.
No, dude, it's IKEA Burbank.
Bro, it's
Hey.
somewhere, bro.
Oh my god, I forgot about that shit. I
They're
totally forgot about
Yo,
that.
their mac and cheese, fire.
Well, tell
Wait,
me
so
that now that they're closed.
What
dude,
about
I've
P
never had
Diddy,
that.
bro? Is he just like struggling
I
now?
own 21
Like,
Kookaroos.
yeah,
Hold on.
22.
Does he really?
22 Kookaroos.
Did he really? I mean, did
No,
he?
that was getting to the Greek.
Oh.
That was just
Yeah,
he
that
just
was just scripted, wasn't
See,
it?
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I
Wait,
never-
so what are you doing full time then?
So I work at Mattel. I'm a project manager.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
You make molds for them?
So- you make grills for Mattel? No. So
He's toys by day, ratchet by night.
Hey.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Basically, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
That's
That's,
all
that's
right.
pretty much my life.
Turn up.
That's your slogan right there.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So yeah, the WWE line, like you guys know WWE.
Yeah, sure.
So I manage the whole toy line.
Wow.
No shit.
Dude, that's
so you
sick.
made Ronda Rousey.
Then you saw that?
No,
I didn't even know that was a thing. We just saw her. I know
I'm not
she's part of the
patronizing you.
WWE now.
I was kidding, but that's dope if you actually did make.
Oh
Ronda
yeah, I
Rousey.
did. Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Like,
Oh
Yeah, so
my
that-
god.
So it's funny because that was one of the first big projects that I had running. Like you know that was one of the first like in my toy line. That was the first big figure that I kind of
No
got to manage.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, this
Why
opened
not?
up
It's
a
like
whole
a
new
recent
conversation.
thing, you know,
I don't
with
know what
Ronda
the-
Rousey getting into the WWE game, right?
Yeah,
She recently got
pretty new.
got signed on. So that's
she realized she kept losing in UFC and was like, fuck.
yeah.
Let me just act.
It was just that kick heard around the world that kind of just really hurt her career.
She just got-
and then
She's kind of
coming back, and that did not pan out super well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I kind of wrecked her in the head. I feel like. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't
Oh,
think that.
yeah, 100%.
She's never been right since then. Like when I met her and I was like, I was talking to her, I was kind of like, you could tell, you know, you can talk to somebody and you can kind of tell they're not completely, no offense, Ronda Rousey, if you're listening to this, but like, you know, you can kind of tell that they're not completely like there.
Little tweaks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you could like gauge
Yeah.
their effect. You know, it's like, no,
Who
you've been
wouldn't
going
be?
through a lot, and you can see this kind of like.
It's kind of like a traumatic effect.
Yeah,
Like,
she was
Exactly,
going through
yeah.
a
You can tell she's-
lot, dude.
when you're under scrutiny like that hard, when you're in the public eye,
And she's really young too.
she's
Oh, yeah.
super young.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, it's like how would you feel if you were in her position? How would you function? How
I would
would
feel
you
great. I would feel great because she made a mark for female fighters and female people everywhere.
Yes,
Everywhere,
but also she also got terrible scrutiny from the public.
For
Like-
losing,
No, hold
Yeah.
on.
which is
hold
like,
on, Carter.
that's so
Hold on,
unfair.
Carter. Hold on. What I will say though is I agree with JKen on this point because in maybe 5-10 more years time, who will people remember? They'll remember Ronda Rousey, not Holly Holmes.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
exactly.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that she's not going to be remembered.
She's
I'm
not-
just saying that.
what I'm saying though is like
That's your mark.
most of the time in fighting, nobody ever remembers the loser.
But sometimes, but the thing is, to her defense,
Yeah.
she doesn't give a shit about that.
No,
She won't give a shit about people remembering her or not. She's thinking about how she feels at that point.
She's talking about the here and now.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm trying to convey is the fact that even though she did extremely well in her career, the one minuscule fault in her career has been the mark. And that kind of fucking scar on your mind, that destroys you.
Well,
not only that, it's in the public eye.
She lost the fights after.
Yeah.
Like that followed after that, she's still lost those
Imagine
fights.
being on top of the world and all of a sudden coming to shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like imagine being Ben Baller and all of a sudden being me. That sucks. You know what I mean? That sucks.
And that's how humble Mark is. That's how humble Mark is.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Like, realistically, she's probably going through a lot of shit right now. She's probably thinking about, I was there. She could see where she was at, and all of a sudden she's down here. Like she's probably feeling super shitty about it. Yeah, she's in WWE now. She's faking her fights. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, like,
I mean, they're
gotta make that check. Gotta make that money.
The thing is, though, it's funny because people in WWE probably make a lot more money than people in UFC.
For sure.
And they definitely
100%.
make way more money than the people that play in Waterworld.
Definitely.
Which, by the way, if no one's seen Waterworld,
that I've seen.
I'm just saying they do the same.
Wait, have you seen the movie?
And they fight and do a whole bunch of shit.
No, I thought that's what we were talking about.
I'm talking about the Universal Studio show
attraction.
At the theme park.
I thought we were talking about the movie.
That's the movie that I've seen.
Okay, I got you, dog. I got you.
I was confused for a second.
Oh, by the way, both I like. I'm probably one of those few that like Waterworld.
No, I love Waterworld.
Kevin Costner with
Kevin
gills.
Costner, dude.
Kevin Costner, the fucking Mariner.
Dude's got web feet.
Dennis Hopper,
Down.
best villain ever.
Yo, one-eyed Dennis Hopper, let's go.
Yo, I'm down. Smokers?
Yo, Smokers.
Dude, that ship was nasty.
I wanted a jet ski after I saw that movie.
God damn. Yo, you too?
Me too.
Oh, god damn, I love you.
Yo.
I want to go to Universal now, dude, just to watch that shit.
Dude, Horror Nights.
Oh,
yeah.
So for
hey,
the
fuck this podcast. Let's go to fucking Horror Nights right now.
So for the people,
it's open till 2.
Yeah, hey,
It's open till 2.
I like Horror Nights workers. Like, I like strippers. Like, I like getting them out of character and just know what their real backstory is.
Okay, see, I thought he was gonna go something like I like the
really want to
workers
know
because
the backstory of my
they don't
strippers
touch
that I'm
me.
seeing.
like all the women in my life, they don't touch me.
I'm saying like her stage name is Cherry, but her real name is Stephanie. Like, I want to know what Stephanie's about. Like when we go to strip clubs,
I want her real name to be Cherry and her stage name is Stephanie.
That'd be weird.
I think that's great.
That'd be so weird.
That'd be kind of dope.
But so for our listeners, we want to do a thing every what do we say? Like every 25 or every
25 episodes.
Every 25 episodes going on a trip.
It will be documented.
Yo, honestly, like if we're on a budget, we should do Universal, film it. And
I'm not going on the Transformers ride. That shit gave me whiplash.
What?
Every ride at Universal gives you whiplash,
you
bro.
Can't.
The last time I was on the Mummy, I
It's
thought I was like
inevitable.
reverse
Any
throwing
ride you
up.
take,
The Mummy and Jurassic Park are the only two good rides.
No, but the Mummy's rough.
Minions
It's
it is.
aggressive. Minions is even a kind of aggressive.
Minions is pretty fucking wild.
For a simulated thing, it's pretty aggressive.
I might as well go home and watch a movie while my mom slaps me around. It's the same shit.
I don't know why your mom is slapping you around while you're watching movies. Like we've talked to your mom on the phone. She's like the sweetest person ever.
My mom doesn't beat me. Shouts out to you, Jeannie. I'm just saying.
I love how it went from like, oh yeah, let's talk about Disney rides, Minions. Dude, my mom used to slap me the fuck around.
She never actually used to slap me. That was just some funny shit.
No.
My mom slaps me every time I try to scare her, but that's just because I'm dumb. And I try to scare
No, that's
her.
just a reaction.
That's fair.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what it is. I just like scaring my mom just because it's funny. Your mom. It's your mom.
Yeah.
And you're like, think about your parents. They're kind of like up there to you. So the fact that you can
be great
scare them,
scare the shit out of them.
Yeah, the fact that you can scare them is funny to me. That's the reason why every time she's like washing the dishes or some shit, I'm like, just to see her jump. I love that.
I know you're working hard for the family, Mom, but you know what? I just want to scare the shit out of you. How can I fuck Mom's day up today?
God damn.
It's the best. It's the best, dude.
Shout out to all the moms.
Shout out to all the mama bears.
Even the ones that hit you.
Even when I slap you.
Actually, no, I do not support that.
Too far, JKen.
All right, so going back to like what you
my
said.
family dynamics are very different than others.
So going back to what you said in the very beginning, like how you had the couple from Atlanta like come out.
Oh yeah.
So here's my question is, I feel like Grillz originated out of like Houston, right? Like
I have no idea where Grillz came out of, but Houston
I
is
feel like it
pretty
was like Pimp
notorious for it.
C, UGK, Slim Thug,
I mean, do
Paul
we even
Wall.
know if it?
Yeah, Paul Wall
it
was
started
heavy.
in
And
this
now
country?
Johnny Dang are
It
like
could've started
doing that
somewhere
down
else.
there.
So Paul Wall was actually a jeweler before he became a rapper.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when I
Maybe no, there's a.
thought
I
it
mean,
was
that's what I'm
just-
saying.
who
Like,
knows?
hip hop didn't just like, it's.
I
it's
thought
all
it was
over.
just from
There-
falsified
Well, no, it
tape.
There could be other countries out there that started.
Well, I thought it was just from like
it originated out of
if
New
you're
York.
missing a tooth, you can get a gold
Like,
tooth.
Yeah, you see the wire.
That's-
You see the wire around this. It's so funny because one time I was at one time I was at a 99-cent store. This little Hispanic lady came up to me and she was like pointing at her tooth and pointing at like she saw mine. I had mine on, and she was just like, ah, and I was just like, yeah, get it.
I thought he was
'Cause
gonna be
she's
like,
not-
no, mine's a grill. Your shit's like that's a tooth. Your
No,
shit's a
I
tooth.
fucking, I give her daps, dude. I was like, fuck, that's dope.
Yeah.
Cause she thought, cause
Straight
she,
up, abuela.
the thing is,
Let's
the
go.
thing is, the thing
Abuela.
is, she knew my shit was fake. She knew my shit was just like for show.
For show.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
she
yeah.
saw it, but she was like, yeah, and I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, like hell yeah, like it's sick to see that, like
She recognized that, even though
Yeah.
she was not in the grill game. per se.
I feel like she was
Right.
low,
No,
she
no.
was low
I
key
agree
kind of
with
making
Tay.
fun
I
of me,
agree
like
with Tay
being
on
like,
that.
hey,
Yeah.
you're a faker, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it, you're real. So that's the
Yes.
thing. That's the reason why we had respect for each other.
That's sick.
Because of the fact that she recognized that, and I give her props for that. I had to give her props
Yeah.
for that.
Well, I guess what my question is, what do you feel like me coming from thinking that Houston, you have like, to me, the grill hub centrals would be like Houston, Atlanta, LA.
Yeah, basically.
And so it's like, do you feel like there's still like one king, or I feel like the internet has opened up the gambit to everything. So it's like,
It's kind of scary, man. Because honestly,
Yeah.
like, there's a lot more people popping up with it now. I don't know if you guys follow like the grill hashtag on Instagram.
You're
There's
the only one I follow.
Jeez. Yes. Thank you, JKen.
that's a lie.
No, that's a
All right.
fact that he is the only grill
Fuck you, JKen.
person
Oh,
I follow.
the only
no.
grill person. All right,
Yeah.
I thought he's the only
100%.
account you
Yeah.
follow. I was like, Jesus
No,
Christ.
no. Yeah. Follow me on IG, JKen87. 900 followers, following one.
And his name's Mark. That's wild.
No, man. Like, I mean, honestly, there's not one king. I'd say there's a couple of them.
Are there any queens?
Ooh, I like that.
Good
I
question.
like that.
That's good. Yo.
question.
Yeah.
What's
You know
up?
who I really admire actually? She's out here in LA, Christy Cash. She's this Korean girl, I think. I think she's Korean. I don't okay, you know what? I don't even want to say shit like that.
I'm Chinese, bitch.
Might
Like,
be Chinese, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a good chance. No, okay, but she looks Korean to me. I'm pretty good at telling. Okay, I'm like 99% she's Korean. Christy Cash. She's really good.
Yeah.
I'd say she's the queen, at least here in LA,
Okay.
Mhm.
making girls. Oh man, her
that's
shit
dope.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
fucking proper, dude. Her shit is so clean. Like
Dope.
I fucking respect.
See, and I
the shit
respect
out of
you
her.
for that, of giving props up publicly to other jewelers and other people.
You
who
have
make-
to,
100%.
dude.
No, but I'm
You
saying
have
a
to.
lot.
No, a lot of
you
a
say
lot
that,
of
a
jewelers
lot of
aren't
people
like
don't.
that, dude. I'll tell you right now, at least.
Yeah, no, a lot of jewelers, I get it. The ones that I met are always like, oh, I'm gonna be the best. I'm like,
Now they won't back.
They won't say they're the
You're
best.
not,
They'll
though.
just say the other people are garbage.
yeah,
No. They won't even do that. They just will
They just
withhold
wouldn't like
everything
acknowledge
and
it.
just
They'd be like,
only.
like feeling like the bloody messiah. It's like, yeah, I'm the one that started this shit. It's like, that ain't right. Nah.
That's the thing. A lot of these people act like they started this shit, but they didn't. Like, there's a lot of people that be like, okay, so here's the thing. There's this one guy that was getting into, I got into it with, he was telling me that he created this new design, whatever it was, right? We all, in the industry, we all call it diamond dust. It's pretty much just taking you're making little indents into the grill so that I'm looking for it right now, so that it looks like it's dusted with fucking with diamonds or whatever it is. He was saying that he's the one that invented it. He said that he calls it cosmic dust. I'm like, bro, I
Was
don't
he
know
not the
about that.
first? He was
No,
not the
definitely
first.
not. Because this guy, I was looking at his Instagram page. I was like,
He excavated like
you just
Mars.
started this page like a year and a half ago. Like there's no way that you started this shit. So he's like claiming that he was like, oh, you guys just follow me. So it's called diamond dust. It looks pretty dope.
Do you want to show that?
Let me see this.
Do you want to show that?
Yeah, I
on
don't know
the
if you guys
camera?
can see
Or
that.
we can throw a link
Oh,
up.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see it, I don't know if they'll be able. Will they be able to see this?
I will
Yeah,
throw a
Hold it
link
up,
up.
yeah.
We'll pull it up.
Is it coming out all white?
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
About it, man.
No,
We'll pull
we're
it
gonna
up.
throw up a
We'll pull it
link
up.
for y'all to see.
Anyways, so yeah, there's this one guy that was claiming that he had brought this into existence. And I'm like, big dog, you're lying. First of all, and that was the end of that conversation. I really just
Oh, so he
couldn't
knows
have
the
it with him.
game?
Huh?
He knows the game.
He
Because
says
he
that-
lied.
Yeah, basically, he knows the game. He just didn't play it right.
Right.
That's the thing. Because I'm like, you can lie to a certain extent if you can get away with it.
But don't claim.
Don't
Don't
be claiming
claim,
shit like
yeah.
that. If that's the thing, like. I lied. I'm gonna miss.
I love how
They
you
totally ducked one.
made the effort and then just were like, all right, let me stand up. It was straight in the
Right
frame.
in the front.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
A for effort though, man.
Jay's gonna go back and fast forward just to see that part.
Grab me something.
Wait, can you grab me one too?
Y'all drank. You
Oh.
guys drank all my beer.
All right, I'm gonna like go take a piss because since we're gonna punch in later on. All right.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
So, no, dude, I think what you do from the work I see is really, really impressive.
Thank
Really
you.
good.
Appreciate that.
I've been in jewelry. I worked at a jewelry store for 2 years. Tay knows.
Hell yeah.
Like I
know,
obviously
I
grills
listened to
were
that
not
podcast.
grills were not something my store sold.
Yeah.
Same as watches. Watches were not something my store sold. We were just, jewelry, necklaces, rings, earrings,
Yeah.
basic shit.
Not
But-
my phone.
I at least have an eye for quality stuff to see at least, like
What is worth the money that you're paying for?
yeah, exactly.
Fucking
And I think
shopping.
you do very worthy work.
Thank you.
Very
I
worthy
really
work.
appreciate that.
And a lot of people will, I think, in my opinion, be discouraged if they're like, oh, he's only been in this game for a couple years.
So here's the thing. So to all the listeners, like anybody that's listening that knows me, that knows that I've also lied about how long I've been doing this for. I've been telling people that I've been doing this for like 5-6 years. Realistically, I've only been doing it for like 2-3 years.
Which is crazy.
Just because of the fact that when I was telling people that I was how long, like for example, like a year ago when I was telling
Were you
people,
getting like a
how
lot
long I
of
was-
judgments?
No, not a lot of judgment. Just a lot of people that just turned me down. They were like, "Yo, you know what? I want to get a grill from you." And they're like, "How long you been doing this for?" I'm like, "Oh, realistically, I've only been doing this for 11 months." And they would be like, "Oh shit, okay." I take their mold and then I start working on their piece, and then I hit them up. I try to get them like, "Yo, your piece is done." Ghosted. Like they don't want to.
So you take full payment after?
So I didn't start that until like a year ago. Because
Right.
like back then, I didn't feel like I was at a point where I could be like, oh, you need to pay me up front,
Down
real quick,
payment.
Right,
or down payment.
yeah.
So I was really just, you have to start from somewhere, man. That's the reason why I was always, I got fucked over a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I got fucked over a shit ton just because
It happens.
It's-
Yeah,
it
I
happens.
feel like that's like inevitable.
It
you
is
know?
inevitable,
Or
and-
whatever field you want to work in, like it does happen.
Yeah,
like, it just
exactly.
I agree.
I
Unfortunately,
guess chalk it up to
happens.
like paying your dues. Is
I agree with Carter.
Exactly.
It's just any profession, it can totally happen.
It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like it's part of the process. It's like getting your grit, being like, hey, I'm learning my craft, and unfortunately to this route, like there were some just shitty trials that came through, or like humps in the road.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it's even a job. If you're
Yeah.
a graphic designer and you're an amazing designer, like amazing,
People still stiff you.
they'll stiff you if you're just like, I only have 2 years experience at one job as a graphic designer, but you're fucking amazing. They're gonna be like, we decided to go with a different route.
Dude, that's
went in a
that's
different
how I
direction.
felt when I had
Dude.
my first
Yeah,
client.
different direction.
yeah.
When I was working at that rehab and I had my first client, and literally was like, have you been doing this for long? I was like, you're literally my first client. I'm not gonna lie. And they're like, okay.
That's why you
And I was just like, fuck.
That's
But
why
you know what?
just
You gotta
lie,
start
dude.
somewhere. But it's so
I could get
shitty.
sued if I say that.
But
Oh,
it's
that's
so
true, that's
shitty.
true,
It's so shitty that people like in your field will judge you because you've only been doing it for 11 months at that point in time.
Yeah. But I knew that, the thing is, to that point, I knew that if I held on long enough and I did the work and I did the proper, if I do good work, I fucking build up like a repertoire. Like at that point, I know nobody can say shit to me because then I'll have shit to back it up. They'll be like, "Oh, you've only been doing this for 2 years." I'm like, "Yeah, but so the fuck what? Look at this and look at
Look at
somebody
the
that's
work.
been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
It looks the fucking same. So what are you fucking complaining about? On top of that, So a good reason
And
why
our prices are better.
and the prices are a lot better. Exactly. That's another thing. That's so I spent a whole day one day calling every grill maker in LA, just trying to get a gauge of what the market was of how much things go for, and I just undercut everyone.
Smart.
That's so smart.
Yeah. So
I mean, you're still paying price of gold and precious metals and stuff like that.
I'm still paying the cost, but like I said, I just had to start. I had eventually. I knew at certain point, like at this point, I can charge what I want. But in the beginning, I wasn't making that much money off of it, to be honest. I mean, I wasn't really tripping on it either because I had a job. This was my side gig, and I'm like, you know what? It's good for me because like at least it keeps me out. It keeps me away from the bars. It keeps me away from the restaurants, from spending money for doing stupid shit.
It developed into a passion.
Yeah, and developed into a passion, exactly. And then like
it's something you're good at, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
At a certain point, like there's gonna be like I knew at that point I wasn't gonna be making a lot of money off of it, but I knew at a certain point later on I will be. So like you know I wouldn't even say that I'm there yet either. And like
honestly, fuck the check. It's about at the end of the day waking up being like, yeah, I'm about to go work. Yeah, it's something I love doing.
And you know what? Exactly. You're making enough that you're affording a whole studio for your workshop.
Straight up.
Yeah, I can't complain about it at all.
That's great.
Yeah, I literally can't complain about it at all. Like that's the thing though. But like I said, in the beginning, it wasn't like that. You know, like in the beginning, I was doing this at home. Yeah, I was doing it in my backyard. Like I was fucking doing all this shit at home. And then there was a point where I was just like, yo, this shit is taking up too much space. I got to clean up too much. So for the first like maybe 6 or 7 months, I was paying for my studio out of pocket from the money I was making at work.
Right.
Just because of the fact that I wasn't making enough money from the grills to pay off the studio. But you know, like I said, if you really, here's the thing. For the past 3 years, I'd say that I probably put in a good, at minimum, an hour each day at the studio, but on average, maybe like 4 to 5.
Right.
Every day though.
And that's commitment.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's why I love my girlfriend because she's totally with it. Like she's so chill with me spending time at the studio. She understands.
And not seeing real movies and
exactly. Dude. She's not mad about it. There's even times where I bring her into the studio and she doesn't mind just being there watching Netflix while I work.
Cool.
That's why I love her. I'm like she's super chill. She's down for this whole thing.
Marry her.
Yeah,
dude, trust me.
Yeah,
that's a real one. That's a real one.
Hell yeah, dude, I will.
It's a rider.
That's why I'm like, it's super down. And then like, you know, it just takes practice. Eventually, like, you know, you're gonna get to that point. I feel like one day I'll get to that point. I'm not at that point that I want to be at right now, but you know,
keep grinding, baby.
No, but you know
hustling.
what? Here's the thing that I've learned, at least with music, and I don't want to speak on JKen's behalf, but I feel like on JKen's part, as far as creatively, as far as a creative professional pursuit,
he's the worst designer I've ever seen.
That's not what I was gonna say at all. You're dope.
No, you.
Oh,
you.
I am.
You're the worst designer I've.
One of.
Damn,
thanks
talk
for the
about
album
punch to the
artwork.
heart.
Thanks for the album. No, this motherfucker didn't even ask me for shit. He just made it.
Yeah. No, essentially, I think that that's something that you also have to keep in check because it's almost something that can't be satiated. Like you'll never feel like it's enough.
Oh,
and that's the best part about it. But at the same time, it can also be an Achilles heel because you have to watch that shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how I am with music personally, where sometimes I'll get too down on myself, being like, you know, okay, this still isn't enough. Like no matter how perfect this mix is.
Yeah.
In a listener's eyes, it'll never get to that point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you have to know when to call it like, no, this is good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Like, I'm good here. Like,
and then, I feel like that goes for a lot of other
also
people
an admirable
too.
trait.
You know,
keep
not just even creative out.
Exactly.
You know,
that's the thing. It's like it's weird because like it's so funny. Like how long ago did you start making music?
Probably
a long time ago.
God, ever since I've known you, which is
6 or 7 years, really making music though. Like,
see, that's dope that you found that that long ago already, or like you found that early in your life is what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
Well, like relatively early, because this I didn't find this that early. Like here's the thing, I've gone through several hobbies that I went through. I went through like airbrushing, fucking illustrating, silk
Silk screen.
screening.
Yeah.
I went through like fucking painting, obviously. I even went through sculpting for a little bit. I tried making music for a little bit for a month or two, and I quit it because I was like, I suck. I don't have an ear. I was making videos for a month. I was editing videos for a good like year and a half maybe.
Yeah.
But none of that really like stuck. You know what I mean? Like,
But you know what? You experimented. You tested the waters for yourself, and I think that's
the best thing you can do.
Yeah, but that's a problem a lot of people have is like
they don't want to try.
They don't want to try, or they give up super easily. You know, and like I think a month or a couple months is a good time to test.
Yeah.
But they get to a point of just like, oh, this isn't for me, and it's there's a line where it's like you have to push past it, or you should know when to call it quits and move on to something else.
Exactly.
And you definitely went through those phases before you found your niche.
Yeah.
And it's really paid off, I think, for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the only one that's really stuck. This is the first hobby that I've gotten into that's actually. I'm not gonna say it's about the money, but I mean the money can't be.
It's ultimately beneficial.
It doesn't hurt
Yeah.
because it's something that I like and it's something I can make money off of. I really can't bitch about it at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, and you enjoy doing it. So if it's making
Exactly.
money while you're doing it, I mean, that's the goal, right? Like,
That's icing on the cake.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
icing
it's
on the
just
cake.
icing on the cake. It's all bonus.
At the end of the day, I feel like the best thing to do is what you feel passionate about.
yeah, exactly.
The second you stop doing that, I'll probably be seeing you in therapy.
Yeah. But
yes, I've been doing this for 5 years.
I agree.
Come through.
no, but you know what, Mark? Like, dude, thank you for like coming on and like
Yeah,
just
man.
telling your
I
story.
really-
yeah, I
and,
know.
like,
Really appreciate
Oh yeah,
it.
man. Of course. Thanks for having me.
Where
Guys.
can people find you, man? Website,
Yeah.
Instagram, what's up?
So my Instagram is at Mark Cruz, MarkCruz1. Website's puro.co, just pvro.co. If you guys want to check it out, yeah, fucking go for it. If you guys want
Yo,
to
hit Mark up.
Yo, you want Grillz, people?
Oh, you guys want to
fucking
watch
man.
JKen get a
Or
grill?
go to Bootsy
Yeah, let's do it.
Bellows.
Yo,
You guys want to watch?
we're about to.
Or go to Bootsy Bellows.
Go to
Hell yeah.
Bootsy Bellows.
Make connections at Bootsy Bellows.
Yo, JKen's about to get a fitting for his canines that he's getting put in right now. So this is all going to be documented. So let's go.
No, we're
Yeah, let's do a separate film.
we'll do a separate. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 12th episode of Show No Shame featuring Mark Cruz. We out this bitch.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you for listening. Seriously.
Show no shame.